Here's the weather report for Thursday, February 19th. And they changed it. It said sunny last night, but today it says partly cloudy. Imagine that. 10:30, partly cloudy, 11, partly cloudy, all the way up to 2 o'clock where it says sunny. And then from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock still stays sunny. Then 6 o'clock it says mostly sunny with a little bit of cloud activity. And then the rest of the night is clear. So how can it become mostly sunny after being cloudy all day, then sunny, and then mostly sunny, and then clear? How does that happen? I really don't know. Here's the 5-day forecast. Today, it's 19th, it's sunny. How can you get partly cloudy to sunny on a 5-day forecast? See the fraud here. Friday says partly cloudy. Saturday says sunny. And then Sunday it says partly cloudy. And then Monday AM showers. So we're going to keep a watch on that to show you how they make the rain. I just walked outside to this hazy chemtraily day, and it looks like a red bad boy. Look at that plume. It's hard to tell exactly who he is, but as I back him off, we got this guy right overhead. And this guy looks like a red bad boy. Yep, back-to-back red bad boys perhaps. We know this one is. Spraying that nasty plume too. He sprays right over the existing plume. Because they got to make it partly cloudy. Again, more evidence that they're making the clouds, people. They're cloudoids. They're not clouds. This is not a partly cloudy day. This is a chemtraily day that they are creating the chemtrails. Call the local newspaper. Tell your editor to wake the friggin' up, man, because he needs to start putting this in the paper. How the media has been lying to us day after day, giving us fake weather reports. And we have the documentation to back it up. This is not some conspiracy theory. Look at the rail. Look at the length of that rail from that red bad boy. All the way down, into the plume, out of the plume, into more plume, all the way to that back horizon. And then over here you can see the rail that other guy left. And into the horizon where he's at. My God. They continue to build the grid. There's the X where they cross their lines to complete the grid. And on top of that, we got ourselves a friggin' red tail. Check out the red tail. See that? Now I've got video footage of this red tail, of red tails. Look at the red tail on that thing. See the unsymmetrical plume? Look how slow he's going. We know that these are possibly F-16 fighter jets converted that are pilotless. Look at the unsymmetrical plume in the red bad boy. Or, I'm sorry, the red tail. Want to get a good look at that red tail. F-16's converted. Some of our military passenger jets converted also have the red tail. But look how low. Same pattern. And they now have already admitted to them flying them pilotless. Well, we're in front of Mingus Mountain, 11:30. Saw the weather report. They said partly cloudy. It's everything but. It's all chemtrail activity. You can see all the chemtrails. Look at the markings in the sky. All the wisps is already, they're starting to fall. As I pan from west to south, look at the wisps starting to fall from the sky already. From the lower chemtrailing earlier this morning that I saw as I laid in my bed looking out the window. And up here you can see the X's and where all the chemtrails have crossed their paths to make the grid work. And look at the soot already starting to fall. And once the sun goes down, that's all turns to be black. This is that old cover-up mix. You can see the finned work back in there. See the finned work? That's been all documented. I can hear a jet above me. I'll see if I can get him in. But I'm going to pan around. You can see everything that's happening here. The whole sky is completely covered with X's and different layers of chemtrail activity to give you the illusion that it's clouds. Look at back in here as I go all the way around. You can see the chemtrails. And look at these whiffs falling from the sky here. Look at those wisps. As the poisons and the toxins just continue to fall in the sky. From the sky. Onto us. Onto all the plants. Onto all the wildlife. And yet, nothing's in the paper about this. This should be in the paper every friggin' day. Chemtrail attack again. That's what the headline should be. And look at the finned work back in that southern sky. Look at that finned work. They've got the grid almost completely built. They said by 2 o'clock it should be all sunny. We'll see about that, but that finned work and the whiffs, that's all gonna fall on somebody. And they're gonna breathe it in. And you're not exempt from that either. Couldn't find that jet in the sky under all this haze, but look at how people can easily be confused that this is a cloud. It's a cloudoid, just a chemtrail mess. That's all it is. Standing on my door facing the northern sky and just looking up, and just look at these trails everywhere. Everywhere you look is nothing but chemtrails. Look at the grid work. My God. It's around noon. It's a little afternoon. And here's what I want to show you. I want to show you these broken up chemtrails. Are they broken up into little bits and particles of cloudoids? And then you can see the soot as they break down and they fall from the sky. That's the soot, the wisps that fall. And it'll show you how that grid work is all broke apart now into little particles. So that it can fool the people into thinking they're clouds. And that big bad boy right there, it's going to all do the same thing. Okay? So we know. The jig is up. It's time for people to start complaining. So we can be done with this and move on. Right on time with the red bad boy. The onslaught continues. They're lighting up a little bit. I lost him. He's sneaky. There he is. He's sneaky. They look like F4s. As soon as I get that documentation, I'll bring that to you. My feeling, they're Air Force F-4 retired jets that have been painted red. We'll see. Just look how that southern sky's grid work is. Now you can see how people would think it's clouds. Look at the finned work. That's evident. Look at the fins. See how it's all finned real nicely like that. Just never going to stop. About 1:30, and look at the sky just spread across the sky here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but he's heading right into the trees. I'm going to move around the side of the trees and get him back. And there he is, nice long plume. Now, it's supposed to be sunny the rest of the day. The chemtrail activity, the so-called partly cloudy forecast, has moved on a bit, but we knew it wasn't partly cloudy. But as I show you this guy, look what we got up here. It's just a constant onslaught of these fucking I'm sorry about the language, but I'm pissed off today. I am so sick of this every day. And he's just spraying a nice, nasty plume across our somewhat of a blue sky that we have now. It just never stops. Look at this plume. Pretty long. Pretty damn long. And then, alongside of him, we got this guy. One right after another. That looks like a red tail, possibly. And we know the red tails, a lot of them are F-16 converter jets with no pilots. We have the documentation. And that looks like a red tail, but he doesn't have the unsymmetrical plume that they usually have. So I can't verify that that is a red tail, but it looks like one. And I was only in the house for a couple minutes, and look at the line that this guy just laced through here. All the way across. I mean, come on, we've had enough of this. We've had enough. And just look at this chemtrail disbursement around the sun. As they see the fin work, but just look how that all dispersed. It'll all be black when it falls to the ground. People need to start knowing this. Man, do you want to keep breathing this black soot? You want to keep coughing every morning? You want to have the respiratory irritation that the doctors can't figure out? Do you? Haven't you had enough? Start complaining to everybody you see. And right on time. Near 2 o'clock, there's a red bad boy. No plume either. See if I can get him. I lost him. He disappeared off the radar. He just disappeared. Then over here, I got this guy. It's a silver bullet. There he goes between the trees, but man, that red bad boy just disappeared on this fin work here in this southern sky. Look how that's all finned and wisped. Wow. Look at that. Oh, look what we got here. Close to 3 o'clock. It looks like we got ourselves a tanker. Look at the plume spilling out of that guy. Wow. He continues to spray. Look at that. Look at the line. Look at the line. Holy shit. Wow. Then I want to show you this. Look at this chemtrail wisp that turns sideways. And take you right into that wisp. Look at the fins and hair-like particles and crap that's in that thing. And people think it's a cloud. Oh, it's partly cloudy, they say. Uh-huh. Here's that wisp I just showed you. Look at this son of a bitch just came by and laid this down. And then took off. No other trail. Just right over that wisp. Come on, when are the people gonna wake up? Look at that chemtrail. And he stopped. He stopped just to put it over this fin work that was right here. See that fin work? So then he decides to lace that right there. That son of a bitch. And then this guy just moments later. Adding more to the mix. Adding more pollution to the skies. He saw the marking, and now he's heading over that way. So it'll all disperse into public fooling clouds. Almost looks like a red tail. Looks like a red tail. Check out the fin work. See if you can see the colors in there as I focus it in. But look at the finned work out of those chemtrails. Wow. On that little chemtrail spot there, if you look to the left, you can see the gap in there. Is this possible evidence of the new invisible mix? Look how that just cleared it right out. Take another look. Wow. All right, there's that other trail. And just above that, they marked another spot. Right above us. And then it ends. Sky marking. Just moments later, look what we got here coming across the top. My guess, that is a red tail. See the unsymmetrical plume? And what people don't realize, those are F-16 fighters converted. And the ones that fly real low, guess what? No pilots. Check out the documentation on the Ascension Pathway page. Wow. Let me show you his plume now. Oh yeah. Look at that plume. Look at the plume. Let's stop just a second, show you this little wisp here. See the cloudoid wisp? Back to the plume. Look how far back that goes. All the way. Now bring it forward. All the way into the trees. Look what we got here. See that? Looks like a red tail. And he's got a funny looking colored bottom with the reflection off to all the particles in the sky. But he's going right across with no plume, or is it an invisible plume? What do you think about that? Look how low. Trying to sneak on by without me catching him. I can't get my eyes off that finned work. Just look how that is all finned together. And then it drops into wisps of black soot that falls from the sky and goes into our noses, our eyes, our mouths, into our bodies. Toxifies us, and then we grow old faster, and then we die. And this is accelerating the process. And as I turn around, we got this guy coming up this way. It's just a non-stop assault. I can't even go in the house for a second. We got a silver bullet. Spraying some more plume. Heading right to that finned work. And back him off. Back on that silver bullet as he heads into the plume. He's heading right for the grid work. And we'll show you as he goes in. Clearly out of the back nozzle. That's the nozzle on the tail fin. And back it off so I can show you heading into the fin work. There's the fin work. And he's heading, he directed his path. He actually changed his path in mid-flight to go over that fin work. I'll show you. See? Right into the fin work. So he altered his path to make it look like more clouds, to fool you dumbed down public who still feel that there are real clouds out there when there is not. They're making their own cloud work. See that? Alright, we're going to pan this off. See how we went right through the plume? Check this out. Here's the end of that trail that guy left. And is this evidence of the new mix? You can see the invisible plume in between the finned work. Look at that. Wow, look at little spurts right there. We're looking for any kind of evidence of that new mix. We can prove to the people that it exists and what they're doing to us. Look at the cobwebs in between their center. Look at that. Wow. We're going to keep an eye on this. We've seen this before, but didn't understand what it was. We're just making documentation to see if this guy will mark the sky with another line. Or perhaps he is a passenger jet heading to Flagstaff. Well, we gave him an opportunity. This would be the area he should spew, and he's not spewing. So we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and let him go. Let him. And let's see what this guy is. It's hard to tell. But he's got some nasty plume, that's for sure. It almost looks like a silver bullet with a blue bottom. You can hear him too. Check out the trail. Look at that rail.
That's the new mix, dude.
Yeah, it's a silver bullet.
Watch it dissipate. It's the new mix. Oh, look at the red tail right next to it, dude. You there, bro?
And now we got a red bad boy crossing the path with could be an invisible plume. Right on time. Red tail or a silver bullet, then a red bad boy. Wow. And now we got another red bad boy. Look at that. One with no plume, one with plume, one crossing a silver bullet. All within the matter of a few seconds. Look at that nozzle on the back of that thing. It's yellow. It looks yellow through the viewfinder. Could be the reflection off all the particles in the sunlight, but there you see the red bed. Now the plume looks lighter. See that? And we know these guys don't spew a lighter plume. Just who knows what they're getting us with. We need all the information we possibly can get. Look at the nozzle. I'm gonna pan them off. We're back on that red bad boy. My guess it's an F4. Converted. Now in the western sky, it looks like we got a tanker that's going to meet up with the red bad boy. Red bad boy's up here somewhere. Let me see if I can get him in. He's in there. The tanker's over here. And they should meet up at some point in time. They're really coming out. It's about 4 o'clock. It's supposed to be sunny. I don't see where they're going to meet up. Looks like they've already passed. Red bad boy's been in the back. We're back. It's about 5 o'clock. 5 p.m. I'm going to show you. Look at the indentation in that fin work. That's the same indentation. See it up in there? The same indentation up in there. And then over here. That's the same indentation of the new mix. It dissipates it faster. I'm going to pan over here into the northern sky and just look at this chemtrail wisp. See how it all just dispersed into one straight line of dispersed chemtrail. Oh my gosh. Then as I go into that western sky, you can see the shield belt. You can see this guy put up a plume right across there to make it more plumy, so to speak. And just look at that disbursement in those cloudoids. They try to build up the shield to block the sun. Alright, I'm inside the rec center getting my workout, but this just cannot be ignored. Look at this bad boy chemtrail. Looks like a tanker went by. Look as I pan all the way across. Look how long that is. He went right across the sky. There's a window, excuse the window, into the next window. Just look at that bad boy. Spraying the plume. It's got to be a tanker of some sort. Spraying. Look how slow he's going too. Look at that. That son of a bitch. Panning it back into here, you can see how nasty. You can see the black soot already starting to fall. Okay, it's a little after 6. Joe Clyde, AscensionPathway.com, and the Evan Fain YouTube channel. Bringing you documentation for Thursday, February 19th. And look what you see up there. Look at the finned work. And look, we got a guy right up here spraying. You see, it's just been a non-stop assault all day. There he goes. You know, just to lay another layer on the existing layer. I mean, they're not going to create the grid now, unless they're going to spray all night. Look at the plume coming out of that guy. Just spraying it. But, you know, they're not going to be making the grid now, unless they're going to spray all night. You can see the heavy finned work. I mean, how do you get it like that? People think that's cloud. You got to be... Come on. You got to be insane to think these are real. Look at that plume that this guy left in here. Look how nasty. Right over top of the mountain. And that'll all be black. You see in the background, see all that gray stuff black? That'll all be black back there as the sun settles down in. There's the nasty trail there. We got that guy spraying that one there. We got that one there. We got that one there. And check out this black soot finned work. Remember we showed you that earlier? It was all white, remember? We've been showing you to it all afternoon. Look at it now. It's turning black as that sun goes down. You see some of that other copper and sulfur colors in there. That'll all be black. Look at that. Look at that shit falling from the sky. Look at that. Look at that friggin' finned work. All the way across the sky. See that? I'm sitting in the middle of the grid where it's blue just above me. All around me it's this color. Then you got that polluted haze reflection. People think, oh wow, look how beautiful that is. Well, the sun doesn't set there, sweetheart. Yeah, the sun doesn't set there. It sets over here. Okay? So wouldn't that color be there? Come on, think about that. If I pan back here into that east, just go into that eastern sky. Look how thick that black soot is. You can see the shield, how it's built all around me, except for where I'm at. And I might be in it, it just doesn't seem like I'm in it. As I pan all the way around to that northern sky, you can see the copper reflection. There's some blue out there, still some blue sky out there, but you can see that portion of the grid. It's not black yet because it's still getting reflection from the sun as it passes over that mountain. But there you have it, people. Same thing, haze, purpley, they sprayed all day. There's another guy in the background here. See him back in there? Yep, he's spraying again. I mean, it's just non-stop spraying all day long. All day long.